Hi moms, it's Roxy, and today I'm super excited because I'm bringing you guys another video of tips for traveling with a toddler. If you guys have not seen the tips for traveling with a baby video, then be sure to check that out. I will definitely put it in the description box below so you can click on that after this video is done. Now, we have recently did some traveling all the way to Brazil with Liam, a toddler, and I was so nervous, but he did so well. Thank you, Jesus. Liam has been traveling since he was 4 months old, so I think he was like used to it. He loved the airplane. They had, of course they had TVs, but they were playing Buzz Lightyear, Toy Story, so he was so happy and he ate, slept, he was good. But I am so glad that I had all these like activities for Liam on the plane, because there were times he was on 7 different planes while we were gone, and I have all kinds of activities for him. You can maybe like customize these to fit your kids and their likes. If you guys want to see my tips for traveling with a toddler, then please keep watching. If you guys haven't seen my last video for traveling with a baby, I used these clear plastic carry-on bags. Now that had things such as little remedies for gas, or teething Orajel, because Liam was teething at the time. Now that he's a toddler, he has all his teeth. He doesn't need any of that stuff anymore, so I'm just replacing it with things that he does need, such as Tylenol, Neosporin, Band-Aids. I know a lot of you moms are probably not going to agree with me on this one, but I thought it was a key essential, and Liam used it every time we were out and about. So I bought him one of these backpacks that it's really light, really small, but it has a strap so that I can like hold on to it so I don't like lose him. But honestly, this was amazing because at one point we went to the zoo and there was a bunch of kids that were all over, and I can spot Liam just because he was wearing this backpack, this little like dog backpack. He's excited because he sees the giraffes. Where are the giraffes, puppy? Right there, huh? I never put anything in it because I didn't want it to be heavy for him. I just wanted him to have something on him in case I needed to like hold the strap. And then I found out that it was just nice because I can easily spot my child when we were out and about. So next traveling essential is bringing some of your child's favorite books. Now, mind you, I didn't have a lot of time to read to him necessarily, but if your kid is like mine, he reads every single night that he goes to bed. Like, I recommend to find like some paper thin books that you can bring because they're not heavy. Now, I also packed these books and Liam's favorite toys like his Buzz Lightyear and his Woody doll inside a small backpack, so I knew that that backpack had like his toys, his books. That backpack went under the plane in our like luggage that we checked in. So it wasn't essential that he needed that stuff on the plane, but he did have those when we were at the hotel. This is so crucial, moms, because you do not want your kids bored on that plane, because then they start getting fussy and whine and complain, and you just do not want that. So I searched the internet, Pinterest, for fun activities to entertain your kids when traveling, in car rides, planes, things like that. And I found this really cool activity with straws and yarn. So you basically cut the straws into like 3 or 4 pieces, and the kids have to thread the straw onto the yarn, and they make like a necklace, a bracelet, and it's really time consuming. Another thing that I brought for Liam on the plane was I found this little blue pouch that's meant for like school supplies, and I added some paper, some crayons. I added that little activity with the straws and the yarn. I added some stickers, some tic-tac-toes, games that we can play with. My biggest tip with this little pouch that has all the fun activities to do in there, like coloring, stickers, tic-tac-toe, things like that, is don't bring it all out at once, because once you bring it all out, then the kids want to like play with everything, and then they'll be done with like the whole activity within like an hour or 30 minutes. So you want to bring one thing out at a time. So I promise you guys, these tips will work if you guys just bring one out at a time. Healthy snack options. Now these are crucial for the plane because you can't give your kids so much sugar, right? Because then they're going to be hyper and energetic on the plane and there's nowhere to go besides the restroom and your seat. So I brought a lot of pretzels, pumpkin seeds, granola. Now also with the snacks, you only want to pull out one thing at a time. If they see that they have all these options, they want everything all at once. No, 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 no. You pull out the pretzels, you let them eat the pretzels, you let them take a nap, and then you pull out the pumpkin seeds, you give them the pumpkin seeds, you let them snack on that. Then you pull out this, and if all fails, I do have other goodies. Now, this is if your kid is screaming, and there was a point, Liam was really good on the plane, but there was a point that Liam decided he wanted to be a little cray-cray, and he wanted to scream while the plane was taking off. So I said, if you put your seatbelt on, you will get some hot Cheetos. Now, this is another tip. You want to pack their favorite snacks. But I had a healthy bag option and then I had the goodies. These were going to be my saviors. Okay, and they were my saviors because at one point Liam decided he wanted to be crazy while the plane was taking off and he didn't want to put his seatbelt on. And I said, Liam, if you put your seatbelt on, you will get some hot Cheetos. So of course he did. So you do want to have those healthy options when they're really good, right? But then you do want to have the option of their favorite snack, whatever that might be. And that is going to come in handy. I promise you it will come in handy at one point or another. So I gave Liam hot Cheetos, he put his seatbelt on and he sat in his seat for a whole hour until we got to the next destination. It was amazing. Your carry-on luggage. What are you bringing in your backpack? What are you bringing in your diaper bag? Well, what I recommend is to bring a sippy cup, or if your kid still has a bottle, depending on their age, to bring a cup that is sealed, that you can conceal and close it nice and tight. Because the plane likes to move around and turbulence happens or accidents happen. And my son thinks he is 2 going on 15. So he wants to drink everything out of a cup, and not only out of a cup, but not with a straw. So he wants to do this. On the plane, that's a no-no. Also in the carry-on luggage, I did have changing pads that you can like easily pull out if I needed to change Liam on the plane inside the restroom. I just had this whole pouch that is a changing pad, and it has his wipes and his diapers and some butt cream for him. So I recommend to have everything just all in this little changing pad. That way you can just pull that out and you don't need to carry the whole backpack on the plane when it's crammed and you're like, oh, excuse me, you have a baby on one side and then the backpack on the other, and you're like, oh, I'm trying to get through, and you can't because it's so small and tight. So this was perfect. I also had some extra diapers. Of course, I put the bad snacks down way at the bottom so Liam would not see. And then I added Liam's his little travel case that had, you know, some Tylenol, things like that. I put in the healthy options, of course, on top. And then I also added some granola bars for Javi and myself in case we were hungry. We had something to snack on. Although we were totally snacking on Liam's pretzels and almonds, and all that stuff was for us too. So I also bought from Target, they have a section where you can grab these little like surprise toys. So I bought 3 of those, and I put those inside his diaper bag as well. So that way that was just another like, surprise, here's a toy. Oh, you want to cry? Well, surprise, here's another toy. Stop crying and you can have it. So those are really fun because then they get to like, it's a surprise, they get excited, they want to open it, they play with it. So that kind of keeps them distracted. And then, of course, lastly, I added the blue pouch that had all the toys, but I did not let Liam see it because then he would want to play with everything. Lastly, if all fails, dun 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 dun, you have the lovely iPad or tablet or whatever you want to give your kids. I was like, I don't care. We are taking that iPad and we're going to put every movie he likes, every app he likes, and we're going to put it all on this because this was our savior. Again, like the hot Cheetos. Hot Cheetos and the iPad are like, ah, right? I mean, can I get a thumbs up? Because when you're on the plane, it doesn't matter. You have nothing else to do anyways. You might as well watch all the darn movies you want to watch. So you want to make sure you guys load up the iPad before you get on the plane. This is like my biggest tip, I would say. You want to have this available. You want to have it charged. You want to have movies on it. You want to have apps on it. Liam loves Elmo. He loves this app, this Sesame Street Art Maker. He loves it. So you want to have all these things available for your toddler because if all else fails, you have the iPad and you have some hot Cheetos. And I don't care if I look like a bad mom in the airport while my son is just watching this the whole time. I was traveling to Brazil and we were on 7 different planes. It's okay. Best tip right here, okay? All right, moms, I hope you guys enjoyed my tips for traveling with a toddler video. I'm so sorry that a lot of this footage was blurry. I was literally filming it as I was packing the day before we were traveling to Brazil. So I am so sorry if a lot of things were just not in focus and it wasn't the best quality, but I just wanted to make sure that I shared these tips with you guys because I feel like a lot of moms just needed help knowing these tips because I did. I was searching for the longest before we left to our vacation, like what kind of activities do I do? I have no idea. So I just wanted to help you guys and make things easier. Just watch this video, or you can also watch my previous video of tips for traveling with a baby. Now, if you guys have not checked out Liam's channel, then be sure to check it out. Liam has his own channel. He does lots of fun activities on there. He does lots of science experiments. So if your kids are into it, even if they're not into science, they are into these activities because Liam has no idea that this is science, but he knows that it's fun and it's colorful and things are bubbling up or exploding or, you know, learning colors, and he's just having so much fun. So if you have toddlers or babies or kids, then send them over to Liam's channel. I'm sure they will love to watch him. Liam is just having tons of fun making these videos. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed these tips or enjoyed this video, then be sure to give it a thumbs up and let me know what you guys want to see next. And yeah, I will see you guys in another video. Okay, love you. Mwah.